Hello people, I hope you are all well and you can hear me, and just put my headphones in and get in here well because it's so put the heater on kind of thing. Cheers Luke, how are you mate? I hope you're well. I haven't spoken to you in a while, need to speak to you soon actually, I haven't had a chance. Everything's a little bit hectic in my life at the moment. I chose today to paint the living room, which was nice. Hello everyone and welcome to this roundup. Now, the week in Wednesday has not been great. Kind of thing. Let's be honest, this week in Wednesday has not been fun. It's been very the normal depressing side of Wednesday, hasn't it? We're having that situation at the minute where until things go a bit okay, it's going to be very, very toxic for a little bit. And it's not going to be fun. Hey up, edits on top, I hope you will. Hello, it's alright, you don't need to say slow down. 18 people watching, 5 likes. We need a win on Friday night. Massively need a win. Everything's been a bit peak-tongue to be fair, I painted my living room walls. I need to do another coat, and it's been going fine. And then when the other paint comes, I've got to paint that as well, and everything will be hunky-dory, and I'll be happy. We just had a bit of a mare of an evening, having to try and get Virgin Media to be our new internet provider, and then being absolute idiots and making us not even want to have their customer a little bit, kind of thing, to give them our customer because they're idiots. Basically, Muhwin music is gonna stay. I think Munaz, I think he's under pressure. I think Munaz is very much under pressure at the minute. Hey Daniel, mate, how you doing, mate? I hope you're well. But also, I want to say a big thank you to all of you lot this week, because my God, the views this week have been incredible. I've seen members of our fan base even in DC attacking. Yeah, that's not smart. I wouldn't be doing that if I was you. I have seen that. I have seen people do that. I've seen people do constructive criticism as well. And be very constructive with what they said. But outright attacking him, not the best strategy. You only have to go have a look at what's happened at Scunthorpe with their chairman being attacked and their family and his daughter and stuff in called name. It's very, very difficult. You're welcome. Welcome, mate. I hope you're well. Yeah, this week's views have been mental. And it's weird because the channel just keeps... my head still hasn't got used to seeing big numbers on videos. It's odd. It's very, very odd. But we have got a big game tomorrow. That's why we're doing this. There will be a debate show on the Saturday. Then next week it's West Brom, and then we've got Huddersfield. It's a very, very busy week of games, and it could be a busy week in Sheffield Wednesday in terms of what goes on with the manager, because as of right now, I think this manager's living on very borrowed time. The problem I got is, who the hell do you bring in to work under Chancery? And I know some people say money talks, you just throw money at the person and they'll come. 33 people watching, 9 likes, get those likes up, people. But yeah, I'm very intrigued by who we bring in, when and if we do it. But right now, I'm not going to say anything because he's still in the job, if that makes sense. While he's still in the job, I am not going to say anything because I think that's not right to. Let's have a look. Won't be around. Got my girls, so other mouthful. I thought that's fine. Got them. But hey up everyone, Kate. Come on, London fighting up to the Black Cats. I hope not. We don't need that. What sodding manager worth their soul will want to work under the chaos? Exactly. It's very chaotic and it's very... Everything's up in the air. Everything just feels so... Just so negative and so... Oh. It's a shit show. Let's just call it what it is. It's an absolute car crash at the minute, and it's getting hard to talk about Wednesday at the minute. What does Muniz need to change to get a win? I think he changed too much, Luke. I think he changed far too much. I think he needs to... what got me, the press conference, was interesting because he turned around and said, I'm close to seeing my best 11. Now, the issue I've got is if that's his best 11, it needs a hell of a lot of work with what they do. Now, I am not going to go overly negative on the whole manager situation. I've had my say on it, and I understand that people want him gone, and I get that. I'm at the same thing, but at the same time, while he's in a job, I'm going to back the players, and hopefully we'll see what happens. No idea. Haven't got a clue, mate. Dexter's had a bit of a interesting week. He had a tech issue that caused it. I don't know if he's doing a watch along. I don't know, mate. No idea. I'll find out. It all depends where he is and what he's doing. And if he's not, I possibly might do one. I'll see how I feel. I might be a bit knackered, but I might do one. Anyway, good luck Wednesday. Friday. Cheers, Mr. Barnsley 2023. I hope you're well, mate. I hope Barnsley do well at weekend. But we got the situation that it's just going to be good evening all. Hope everyone's had a good week. It's not been bad, John. I painted a living room. We're in full nesting mode in our house at the minute. Got to see the baby again. So that's 30 weeks gone. £3.6, I think it is at the minute. So everything getting very close. It's not been bad. It's just I'm ready for things to I'm ready to see a win. I really am. I think it'll make me feel a little bit better. But right now, it's very hard to talk about anything positive with the club. I think one of the positive things we can talk about is that Bailey Cadamartri is training with the first team, and it showed that he has been willing to use the youth if he needs to. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, given the team time, but he feels like it's unwilling to adapt to tactics to suit players. We have who are not fit. We just keep throwing out 11 he thinks he wants to play. Valentine will be ineffective tomorrow, be up against a decent opponent. Add the website is copying Wednesday a bit fruit. Got what's it in the ice cream section. Jesus Christ. Okay, that sounds like a massive pregnancy crazy. And it's exactly why he keeps going on with his losing streak. 1 of 2. Thanks for doing these. Show, mate. Appreciate your time and effort. Cheers, mate. Much appreciate it. Baby doing big kick to agree with you. Thank you, little one. Thank you, Luke, to becoming a Punk Chef 41 member. That much appreciate that. That really does help a lot. I really do appreciate. Are you Punk Chef 41 comms? Is that you? Wait, I gotta play you at the new FIFA, I think. So we'll sort that out. Thank you very much, Luke. I much appreciate that, mate. I much appreciate that a lot. Thank you for becoming a new member. I think one of the things we've got at the minute is that we are so looking to get a result, and it needs to be done soon. And I think the weird thing is with this team is that we desperately need to get a win. And if we can get a win, it might change things. But right now, I don't see where the next win coming from. You look at the games we've got coming up. We've got Sunderland tomorrow, West Brom, and then Darren Moore's Huddersfield. I hate that I've just done that. I feel sick. We've got Huddersfield Town, not Darren Moore's Huddersfield. So it's going to be very, very difficult games. And if he, say there's been a meeting this week and he's been told he needs to get things sorted, how many games is Chansiri giving him? Mind the gap, Sheffield went to Sheffield United. We're both doing a bad at each other at the minute. But yeah, if you want to become a member like Luke, it's $4.99 for the low tier, and for the top tier, it's $12.99, and you get to play me at FIFA, and we'll be on a membership board. And no one from me go live to the public. I keep talking about Freddie in the Twitch stream, and that is why I get so many Puna Cat adverts in the Twitch stream. That is super funny. So that wasn't very Wednesday related. Pig visitor. Well, I will need to get new FIFA fair for no, mate. Happy to join. Thank you, mate. I much appreciate that, Luke. Is it it though? Is it Darren Moore's husband now? It feels like it. I think that's how the media's gonna do it on that one. It's gonna be Darren Moore's Huddersfield Town. They didn't do too bad Monday night, and I think the thing you got is when you look at Wednesday right now, you look at potential people who could come into that job, and all the names that I've seen linked. Weirdly, I don't think none of them will work with a crap ownership. Like, it's odd. It's very odd how rubbish you feel at the minute with anything to do with Wednesday. Like, you look at what got said with Barry Bannon. Barry Bannon is going to come out and say what he said. It's his manager. Like, if he don't say it, he don't get picked, kind of thing. And also, he's not going to come out and say crap or this is that. I think it's that whole situation where you have to be really careful with what people say. And I can't find the bloody thing. There was a piece of art thing. Let's have a look. Evening, Jez, how are you? Having what commentary on Monday? He has his work cut out. They look god awful. He'll get it done though. We'll be 8 points off safety if we lose in QPR, Swans and Stoats. Get something. chance. Yeah, it's that weird situation that I looked at like some of the stuff he said this week, and it's weird. Like, in terms of what's been mentioned, kind of thing. Like the protest tomorrow is green and black. Someone made a very good point that we'd have away kits that have been green and black. The 2 last seasons of being in the championship were green and black away kits. One of the names I saw in the on one of these lists that they do with who could be lined up with Mark Warburton. And I'm really interested to see who would come into this job and how we could go about it. Not going to attack Darren Moore. He busted gut for got shit. So feel for him. Totally blame. Oh yeah. To be fair, I think the person that needs to take most of the grunt of this is Chansiri. You don't change something where it just come up. Like, if you just come up and the way we went up. You got to keep that winning feeling. You got to keep all that together. And what it's done in the space of, 3 months? The fan base is the most split I've seen it, even with the most people who were having doubts about Darren Moore and wanting him to go. The people who had the situation with Darren Moore were starting to feel a little bit like, okay, I can get behind this. You look at what we've done in terms of like bringing people in. You look at the things how we get all the stuff done. Like today, here's a really weird one for you. We've announced that Marshall Artist partnership. So we've announced some like commercial stuff outside, but again, that doesn't sound very advertiser friendly to Wendy, if you know what I mean. Oh gosh, not Wolves. He likes the fine margins. He won't now. Oh, Darren Moore will never come back under DC. Not after the attack. Different management of this management, i.e. ownership. Yes, but not now. Like Sheffield Wednesday are proud to announce a new exciting partnership with Marshall Artist. But couldn't complain. For over 2 decades, Marshall also maintained its position of one of the UK's most respected British menswear, working with the Manchester model tailoring. So let's just see. I'm going to just go to their website and see what the prices are. Just to see. So it's like 35 quid, 37 quid kind of thing for stuff. So that's not bad. But at the same time, it's one of those interesting things. Moore never denied he wanted 4 times that fine. The thing is, the whole thing with the salary, Justin, it's half a dozen the other kind of thing. I have the same situation. I think for Darren Moore, I think he wanted a longer contract and a bit of money, but you wanted the contract first. You look what he got at Huddersfield. He got a 3-year contract. So in theory, he got a 3-year plan in behind. He wanted that security to know what's going on. Now, for a lot of our managers we've hired in the past, most of them have been on rolling contracts. And I think he wanted a little bit of that security just to say, hey, this is where I want to be. This is where I want it. And I think that's where it's a bit difficult. Under different ownership, I can feel Darren Moore coming back every day of the week. Because he'll have the same thing like similar to what Carlos had got. Unfinished business. Let's have a look. Where's this thing that I read about managers to Wednesday? It's doing me head in now. Because there was like some names on a list of potential managers. Here we go. Four managers Sheffield Wednesday must now consider if Muniz' jobs is hanging. So I thought this would be a good one to talk to you all about. So here's the thing. Let me read what we've got here. War is a good shout. Turned QPR around a few seasons back, but like you said, can't see him working for DC. Yep. I think Cads should get some game time. We'll see with Cads. We'll see with Cads. Cads at least get on the bench and get some stuff. I feel like Wish version of Stone Island. Yeah, I can see that. Dick will cost DC a lot of money, then give him more the coach and pay rise. Agree. I think Darren would have definitely come back under new ownership. He loved the club and the fans. Yep. Huddersfield had just given him what he wanted with support, budget, and all that jazz that he wanted Chancellor to give him. Exactly. He went in strong, but claimed it wasn't about money. He didn't earn a long contract with the football, to be honest. Getting out of the League One, I think he earned a chance to see what happened. But I think some of the whole like not getting a contract. I think if he went up automatics, he could have probably been given that contract straight away. But because we did it via the thing, I think that's why he's been a bit split on it. Prices sound decent. The undefeated limit edition blue stuff is mental. Yes, I paid 80 quid for a cap. Oh, nice. Huddersfield Town Champions League winner 2025-2026. Ian John. So, footballworld.co.uk have put a list of potential managers who could come in for Sheffield Wednesday. So, one of them is Nathan Jones. Now, if you look at what Nathan Jones did, he did a fantastic job at Luton, but he'd only ever really done a good job at Luton. That's it. Doesn't know how to work with a small budget, but I will say where people will look at him and go, oh, he worked well. He had a very good recruitment team, and that's something right now we don't have a good recruiting team at the moment. We need to get the recruitment team better. Just imagine we stay up by the skin of our teeth and get new owners, then announce a press conference and Darren Moore walks in like Arsenal did with Sol Campbell. Yeah. Good evening, Nat. I hope you're well, mate. If I had millions and multiple billion pounds in oil, well, trillions, I would so offer chance here and off because I wouldn't want to own the club personally. As a fan, I would not want to own the club. I'd rather just be a fan. For me personally, that's more of the thing. I would never want to have that responsibility of owning the club. Because if it goes tits up, you're always known as the fan that ruined your club. So for me, I wouldn't want it personally. Officially completed 90% of my voiceover for a video game I will be in. Ridiculous achievement. That is incredible, actually, Jack, which I already told you for. We are not Luton, ergo we do not need Nathan Jones yet. So, there's Nathan Jones. Now, they had a good recruitment staff at Luton. The next on the list is Dean Smith. Now, Dean Smith was the number one choice for me, personally. I had the thing. If I had a billion, I'd like to stay rich, so I wouldn't buy a football club. Exactly. Next on this list is Dean Smith. Didn't really work at Norwich. Did well at Brentford and Villa. But the thing with Dean Smith is, if he did get interviewed for said job already, would he come in? Chancellor Sickard doing an amazing job at the moment. All right, Adam. Fair enough. If Dean Smith did come in, he would have to see what's happened. I think Dean Smith is the kind of person who needs to have a stable situation, not like a couple of things being said or stuff being said behind his back. He would want a lot. How you doing, Adam, anyway? 50 people watching, 20 likes. Yeah, pension gone. I could have infinite money and still not have enough money to sort this shit show out. Yeah. On the list there is Mark Warburton. We already know that. His last one was... see, in this, it said he could work well with Josh Windass and Barry Bannon with technical... Now, one of the ones on this is Mike Jackson. So he would be the wild card of the option on the Football League website. They said he took charge of Burnley in the latter stage of 2021-2022. Impressed Vince Company enough to keep him on the coaching staff at Turf Moor ever since. Jackson is a solid centre-back in his playing days. Could rub off well. Now, for me... Oh, nice, mate. What are you doing in China? Cool. Working out in China or just travelling, mate? The thing is... The option I want, and it'll never bloody happen. It'll never bloody happen. It's Brian Murphy, ex-Wednesday player. He's now the Man City Academy manager. Give me. I really love to see us go down the route of Ipswich, where they've gone and got an academy manager in who work well with youth people and be able to get youth out of other academies and stuff. I'm not saying Mike Jackson. I'm not saying Mike Jackson would be the one I would want. I wouldn't want him. But what I'm saying is I would want Brian Barry Murphy. Is that his name? That's the one I would have. Yeah. That's the one I would have. Man City Academy manager and go down that route. Then you get to see what they can do after outside. Good links to Man City. Does really well. That's who I would be. That's where I would go if it was me, like trying to do it in an interview thing. Yes, it's an unknown, but you look at Maguire, unknown. You look at Steven Schumacher, unknown. But you're starting to see some of these unknown do well. I think the problem I got with what Sicko might have had that Chancery's seen, I think he's seen the win record at Watford and gone, that's amazing, but that was a Watford team. Dean Smith, let's have a look. No money left for a new manager, Sicko Bennett. Who would want to come in here? Exactly, I don't know. Somebody would. I'll take Dean Smith, but I don't think he would. You can have all the trillions you want, and EFL won't let Bennett. True. Will Mike Jackson and every censor will be he do a hit, but oh Jesus Christ. I don't know if I won a stupid amount of money, like in America, I would buy the club, stadium, training ground, clear the debt, then sell it to someone else. The bet that would be a thriller. Jesus, we're all doing the Mike Jackson puns. If I were God, Wednesday would be a better team ever. I'm not God, and I can only still pray. Yeah, though. Sorry, Miss Jackson. I tell you what, each game will be a thriller under Mike Jackson. Oh, God, you're all on the puns. Working out here. Oh, nice one, man. That's awesome. 6 years in a different country. That's cool. That's awesome. I like that, man. I'm glad you're enjoying it out there. Or are you enjoying it out there? Well, you got to be if it's your 6th year out there. What are you doing out there, if you don't mind me asking, or if you can say? I'm just intrigued by that. That's awesome, Adam. It'll have the whole local press calling from Muku. Hey, guys. Hey, Lodo Wednesday. Thank you for your comment on the 72 review, by the way. I much appreciated that. It was good. Why on earth did Chancery say better CVs than Sicko? I'm not Chancery, Justin. No idea. That was mental. You look at what Sicko walked into in that press conference, and you think, yeah, at that point you think, oh, he looked like he was like, right, I'm not working on this. This is mental. 52 people watching, 23 likes. Get those likes up, please. I much appreciate it. The only thing I can think of is the fact that we have... No, I'm not, mate. It's funny. The only thing I can think of is that apparently it went down to the ex-German assistant manager and Sicko. And I think he picked Sicko because he got football qualifications. Anyone? The thing is, I think Carlos could come back. But the problem is, I think the Carlos thing would be to get fans on side. I don't think it would be a case of actually bringing him back to do it, kind of thing, if that makes sense. Sounds like he don't speak in his facility, not... yeah. He's a good manager, I'll get him. Yeah, I think a little bit of that. That makes sense. If Jackson came with 4 staff, you could say it's the Jackson 5. Well, fun fact, John, one of the Jackson 5 is a Sheffield Wednesday fan. I think it's Jermaine Jackson. Oh, Shimon, work on less of the wacky Jacko puns, although I'm surprised you not even asked this. Annie is okay. Oh, God. I'm too busy hanging baby hose of a... Oh, Jesus Christ. Carlos... I think Carlos' time just came to an end. It didn't end well with the fans. But again, it's what they want. I've never, ever, ever been a fan of managers returning. Teaching, oh, cool, Adam, that's awesome. At least I'm not teaching them English. Hey, that'd be very bad. Hope you're okay, mate. Nothing's going to change until we get rid of man. I don't think nothing's going to change until we see change above Sicko, I'm afraid. I don't think anything's going to change before. Even if you get rid of Sicko, all it can happen, what the result, if and when the results get better, I hope they get better, and say you get a new manager in and it changes, the problem is you're still going to have the thing when it comes to season ticket renewal or prices for next season, they're going to be like, how much? Until Chansiri realises that we're not a Chelsea club, something like that, it's one of those ones. It's not a Sicko problem if the players, it's the player problem, not play with what you got given time. Let me try again. It's not a Sicko problem, it's the player problem. Not play well, you got to give him time to play his style. Just take time, but once you get your first win, I think we will be happy again once we get the first win, Mark. But the problem is we've not played well at all. Like, we're doing very, very silly mistakes. And I think there's a little bit of truth to him saying that we're on a bit of a playoff hangover. But the problem is, how long do we give it till the players take on board what he does? Because we could be even further away from the pack and playing catch up, and that's the issue. I think we need to be realistic enough to know when it might do. Because coming up to 10 games, he still doesn't have a win. That's the issue. It's easy, ABC. Literally the whole of the Jackson 4 are still alive. Wednesday fan because of Jackson. They went on Radio Sheffield in 2015. Fifth same year, mostly paying. You don't choose Wednesday, the Wednesday choose you. Constantly pray the lad never give up. Yep. I don't want Carl back. It's a backward step for me. Fair enough. No one took into account the injury. Just Carlos out. True. Dean Smith was my favourite before Sicko took over. I don't know if he will come and work on the chance. That's my issue. That is my issue. I don't know who would come in on that one. I don't think he would. But stranger things have happened. It's the sort of feels like we just have to stick the crap out, really. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, we'll love my fave ginger manager, but would hate him getting hate from our lot. Yeah, I don't think Neil Lennon would do well at Wednesday. Hey up, Jordy, how you doing, mate? I hope we beat them for you, mate, and I hope we win. With Carlos, we'll be living on memories and note now. True. I know as you get older, hangovers get worse, but 3 months is a bit too long. Yeah. What Carlos recent record and experience? Carlos, recent record, he did quite well at Braga. I think he got Braga to into Europe. Come on, let me have a look. Is it bad that I had Carla Googled? Jesus Christ. His last job was Celta Vigo. He then went back to Dubai and he was at Braga from 2020 to 2022, and then Rayo Ave at 2019 to 2020. Let's have a look. So yeah, and he's currently out of work. Give it. Oh, that was horrible. Sorry about that. I tried to stop it before I thought it happened. Ow. It will be the same if you get a new manager and got to play it down. I understand that, mate, but it's very difficult at the minute to see what the style is with Sicko, because you can't see it. It's one of the things, I think it's one of the things, when and if it clicks, we'll see a bloody style, but at the same time, right now, we're not seeing it, and there is a case of possibly going overboard by saying we need to get him out. But if you sat and watched the Wednesday game at the minute mark, it's dire. It is dire with how many silly mistakes we're making. It's very, very dire. I've never been one to call for a manager's head, and for me right now, it's very difficult not to. But if you get given the time, it gotta come good soon. It gotta go good now, pretty much. We just need that first win, if you know what I mean. That first win, I think it'll help, and I hope it'll like snowball a little bit. The problem is I can see probably getting our first win and then have the international break, and then we're back to square one again. That's the only issue with international break. They're great, but they're bad at the same time. 50 people are watching, 28 likes. Get the likes up, please. I much appreciate it. Jordy, I bet Sheffield United ate your lot. Well done, DJ. Tongue emojis in the chat right now, fam it. What's sad is I don't see it ending anytime soon. I don't see where it's going for me. It's that whole thing. It's very, very difficult at the minute. It's very difficult to see a positive result coming. I'd take a draw tomorrow. That's how bad it is. Right now, going against Sunderland, I'd take a draw. To be fair, I think there's partly a bit to that. I think more would have been struggling here too. I do agree with that, Justin. To a little bit, and a lot of it, I think someone said about money. I think it was Mr. J. He's saying about what money they got to spend. And the problem is, we don't know what he did get to spend and how he spent it, and that's the issue. Let's have a look here. Never been out one to call for the head, so just their body. What the fuck, Jake? Can't keep. Well, I could say that some that I sent you today do, but I'm not going to say it on stream. I like to keep my monetization. I don't know what's worth, our performance or Googling trying to understand me asking any... Yeah. You do ask a lot of silly questions. They demand a blood... Do you think we'll ever see Charles in the first day? Maybe. We might see it. Well done. One of us. Yeah, come on, Jack. One of me. But I think the thing is, it's going to be difficult. I think there's a chance for him to do well. Eventually, Pierce Charles. It's what we do next with him. Loan him out, getting some first team football, see what happens. Goalkeeper's an interesting position because we're going to need some new goalkeeping options at some point, because I don't think Dawson's going to want to play second fiddle too much longer. I forgot about when Jack's in the chat. Load the Wednesday. It's a better idea than the tennis balls. I'll put it that way. It was a better idea than the tennis balls. It got more of a reaction, like in terms of what you see. But to be honest with you, I'm not too sure how many people are going to go tomorrow. I think it's going to be a very low turnout. I think it'll be a very, very low turnout in terms of people coming to the game tomorrow. A, it's on Sky. B, it's getting colder. C, I think a lot of people are going to be voting with their feet, which is not what you want to see. You don't want to see that because you want them to support it, but I don't know. Visually, it worked, but as someone said in the chat, we had green and black away kits, so in that sense, does it actually mean anything? Let's have a look. We did a big favour to showing Sheffield right now. Is that same thing from you guys? Beat them, do. We'll try our best, mate. I think Sarah and I are just trying to derail stream as much as possible, aren't we? Balloons, what is it? Part 3. I feel for Dawson because Charles has leapfrogged him. I don't know. How's he leapfrogged him? Dawson's number 2. I can only understand if Charles had leapfrogged him if he was on the bench. But Dawson's the number 2. Kind of thing. Poofy needs to train with 30. I think he's doing, mate. I think him and Cads are doing some 13 training with him. 99 red balloons floating in the summer sky. I hope Cadamartri's on the bench at least at the weekend. I think that would be a good shot in the arm for him. But if he comes on, don't expect him to do mega well, or if he does do well, let's not put too much pressure on these lads. But I do have the situation, if Archie Gray at League can get a game time at 17 and run their midfield, I can't see why Cads can't. 48 people watching, 29 likes, get those lights up, I would much appreciate it. I much appreciate that. Let's have a look. The Huddersfield goalie didn't look great shakes the other night. Maybe DM will be back for the Dawson, maybe. Panic bells, it's red alert. Again, hitting chance here in the pocket is where it will affect in the mouth. Boycotting is pretty much the only option if you want to do in terms of protester. Not that I'm endorsing it at all. There's something here, something everywhere. I'm going by myself. Kids don't want to come. I can't blame them. Yeah, I can get that. I can understand that. Huddersfield keeper would consider one of the best in the league 2 couple seasons that he was. Dawson isn't included in the pre-match warm-up. Again, though, not being included in the pre-match warm-up doesn't mean too much if he's on the bench, kind of thing. If he's still on the bench and stuff. I don't know, mate. I don't know. At the end of the day, I don't think if he leapfrogged him, he would have been on the bench with him. But Dawson had been on the bench more. And that's the thing. Hey, 202, how are you? Evening, John, how you well, sir? He can answer that himself. This sums it up, Jake. When Disco came in the press conference, Chancellor said he's cheap. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. He made it very clear that he had other people who were better or better CVs. And I think it was a case he might have been a cheaper option. But was that a cheaper option than Darren Moore? I don't think it would have been. When you think of how much of the staff he would have to rehire and stuff. If you had 3 youth players to pick, who would they play and pick and why? Cads, his golf going form is phenomenal. Poofy, because he gives us a lot of pace on the wing and plays really well. And, Flavour, just really good in midfield and really decent at just getting forward. Sorry, did 99 red balloons. We went to Sheffield Wednesday Megastore yesterday and it was quiet, not normally that dead, but the staff said what happened on the pitch does affect sale business. It basically, yeah, that's the thing. What happens on the pitch is what happens on the pitch makes a difference on the club thing because people don't want to go spend money. What are they planning the balloon play? Basically, it's a colour scheme, baby. It's a colour scheme. It basically black and green is seen as unlucky in Thai culture. £92. Oh God, that's expensive. Jesus Christ. I spoke to a guy who claimed Dawson's He's frozen out and he has no idea why. To be fair, doesn't surprise me with what he's done with Johnson. I wonder if might do. Dawson might get bought by more. More did rate him a lot. If you want to leave a super chat, please do so. Everything goes back into the channel. 32 likes and 53 viewers. Please get the likes up to close to the 50 mark. It really does help drive the algorithm and push it to more places. I much appreciate it. I'm expecting more to be linked with a few players in Jan. Exactly the same. I'm expecting a lot of players to be linked with us in January. Our club now seeing toxic from top to bottom. I agree with that, Mark. Evening, Mark. How are you, mate? Good to see. I don't think more will come nowhere. I think more will come. No, I think he'll come for players, not in the sense of coming to Wednesday. I think he'll get players out. I think he'll reckon Neymar. Neymar. Yes, I think he would. I think he will get him out. I think you just look at the situation we've done with Neymar. Neymar, fuck's sake. Marvin Johnson. There we go. I'll just do that. Look at the situation with Marvin Johnson, right? We had an opportunity to get him on loan to Derby. We didn't take it. Whatever reason, I have no idea why. Right? You look at the situation with Will Vokes. Will Vokes apparently had the similar thing. Had the opportunity to go, didn't go. No idea why. We have been for so long. The thing is, the problem you've got is, for so long, we have been such a crap team at getting players out. We can get players in. They might not be great, but we can get players in. But we've been such a crap team of just trying our best to try and like sell players or let them go. I don't understand it. Let's have a look here. I missed some stuff. A week way has also been dropped. Yeah, true. All I can say is we're a prime example that thing can turn around. Just hope you don't have to work 12 like we did. Yeah, hopefully we won't. Hopefully we'll see something, but it's not great. I think the squad is good enough, but he needs to... The way he's doing it doesn't fill me with hope kind of thing, because the players sometimes look like they're struggling to get to grips with the tactics still, and again that comes to time and stuff, but it makes you, if you still can't get to grips with the tactics when it's on the training ground, it does worry you a little bit. That squad should be easily okay to be challenging, not challenging up top, but challenging like about 14th, 15th. Personally, but that's the issue though. Martin were better than we're playing. Yeah, I agree with that. They are better than they're playing. I agree. Chante would never sell players to more. If the money came in though, if the money came in and the money was right, I agree with you. I don't think he would, but the problem is he's got to stop doing a vendetta thing. I don't think Delgado works. I don't think that's something kind of thing. It's a mystery what they do on the training ground. The holding balloons, releasing them on normal, going on and staying with all healing, amenity wildlife on land everywhere, even traffic delays. It's the road. I don't think it's a case of releasing. I think it's just a case of just showing it. I don't know what the protest really gonna achieve. To be fair, if you want to protest, I ain't gonna stop you. It's your prerogative. If you got that thing, you do it. But I'm unsure what we do next. Yeah, his Kaz's little brother's very good. He's already got a bloody scholarship with the club already, which is insane. There are 60 people, talking is insane. There are 60 people watching and 33 likes. Get those likes up, please. I much appreciate it. Delgado right wing, Paul right back. That will work if we can do it. The problem is Paul against Swansea had an absolute mare. He was absolutely skinned all the time. Great game against Middlesbrough. Swansea, he didn't look at the races at all. And I just hope that confidence doesn't get dropped, kind of thing. So yeah, it's interesting. We definitely need 2 strikers on the pitch. That I agree with. 2 strikers is something I definitely agree with. I'm not a fan of this playing one bloody striker up top. It does my head in. It absolute does my head in. I hate playing with one striker up top, especially when we're at home. We don't have the players to hold it up enough for that kind of thing. Or lobbing the ball over the top to Lee Gregory. He's not got the legs to do that kind of running now. I love Lee Gregory as a player, but he hasn't got that legs in him to do all that running work. Like, Christ, at least try Smith and Windass next to each other. Something like that. Or Windass behind him instead of playing him on the wing. Exactly, yeah. He's not that player. It feels like our recruitment was try and get people, but then it just didn't work for whatever reason. Or when we've gone to get the recruitment, we'd have players, like sorted, like in the sense, like, let's try and get this right. We'd have players linked and then we'd not be able to get them due to whatever reason. James Masaba on the left, that will work. Masaba, I give a lot of credit to Masaba for his defensive work as well. Defensively, when he comes back, he's good. He's very good at getting back. Sunderland sold out the tomorrow night game. Don't surprise me. Sunderland always do well. Do you honestly think Chancellor... I don't think he will. Protests only work, Andrew, if the person's there to see it. Personally. Protests... I understand protesting gets it out fans' system, but even if he sees it, will he be bothered? He's in Thailand. Like, he's in Thailand. I don't get it. I don't think he'll be bothered. All it does is it shows people that you do want change. And the more you do that, the more pressure it does put on Chansiri to sell. But at the moment, we've not seen anything. Like, you've seen all this week, like, you've seen all stuff about Sheffield Limited 2. Then we've seen stuff to do with the... I know the valuation of the stadium's coming up to renewal because of the mortgage on it. Like, that coming up to payment and shit. Lots of things like that are starting to think. Let's have a look. Chancellor still in Thailand, isn't he? I can't see him being bothered by a few balloons. Exactly, Mark. Exactly. Drop Diaby, give the ball too much. Yeah, the problem is it does feel like Sicko is trying so hard to brute force this team onto this. Brute force this team in how he wants to play with players who are there but thereabouts. And I agree with what Bannon said, though. I agree with what Bannon said. Sorry if I'm pointing a pen. I need things in my hand at the minute. I agree with what Bannon said. Bannon said, and Bannon said this before, we need to take some responsibility for this ourselves as well. And basically saying, look, we need to really look at this and, like, why are we not doing well? It can't just be the manager's fault. Kind of thing. We got to sort some of this out as well. Kind of thing. So I do agree with that. I agree that he said we got to put some of the blame on us, not just the manager. We're the ones going out there not doing what he's saying to do. So I think hopefully first win will come and it'll put some pressure. Protesters the fan. Right. I'm going to say this now, right? I'm going to say this now because I'm getting really angry with this now. I have just said protesting is okay, and I said it's okay for letting the fans know how he feel, and that's what I said. I literally just said that. The problem is protesting only goes so far. That's the problem. If an owner isn't fucking bothered about what's going on while he's in another country, he won't care. That's the issue. I have got no problem with protesting wanting change. I haven't at all. I've got no problem with it at all. If you want to protest change, go for it. Because if it gets your situation out of it, this is how I got to being a fan. Like, I can't stop or tell someone not to protest because that's their prerogative. If you want to protest away. I don't mind. If it gets him out, brilliant. But if someone doesn't want to sell, it's very hard that these protests can go two ways. Because protest can go the way of really bad for the person who protests. Because if someone does it in a way where it's a legal ramification, then we've got issues. I don't want anyone to protest and get in trouble and lose their season ticket because Chancery goes, I want to do this because you've done this. This is my issue at the minute. This is what it is. The thing is, if you look at what Chancery said and stuff, he has said that if fans want me gone, I'll go. Right? Yeah, if your headphone bleeders, sorry if I've just killed your eardrum, but I'm frustrated as hell. He said, if you want me to go, I'll go. But for that to happen, he needs to set up with people to buy it, or at least pick the phone up to people who want to buy the club. That's the thing. It's the people who have got in touch to buy the club and he's not picked the phone up. That shows you the mentality we got with what Chancery is. And the thing is, I don't... The problem with the protests at the moment... Yeah, I'm sorry for making people jump. I'm just frustrated. Because I think I've said this about 5,000 times on every single stream I've done recently. And I'm getting... I can't tell you how many times I've had to repeat myself. And repeat myself. And repeat myself. And repeat myself. It's getting annoying. At the end of the day, protesting only works if it's very well organised. Our protests so far don't seem like they're well organised yet. The tennis ball thing seems like a bit flat. It will get to a point where people will all jump around and go, you can leave and stuff like that. You can, where it thing. The problem is, only one place businessmen feel it. It's in their pockets. That's the only place. And the problem is, football fans will not give up their escapism, and nor should they, for wanting someone to go. They should be there for it. The problem is, if you do a mass walkout at Hillsborough, you cause a traffic problem because we're on a main road. Because that's all scheduled a little bit. Right? The problem is, I understand the people wanting to protest, but it only works if the bloke's either there to see it or there gives a shit about it. That's my issue. I apologise for screaming, and Mr. J, you're great in my community, and I apologise if it felt like an attack at you. It's not. I'm just very frustrated because I don't see how protesting is even going to work. That's the problem. So look, Chancery doesn't need to listen to the club, he owns it all. Protesting will do nothing with him. Chairman's owns all the cars here. Isn't like Robin Ryan at Wrexham fans. Evening, I'm an Ipswich fan. 5 years ago, we were the last in the Championship. Took us to 12th game and our first win away at Swansea. I have a feeling you'll get your win soon. Keep playing. Cheers, Kev. I much appreciate that, mate. Don't really have much to say on the matter here at all. The supporter trust has no say. The fan groups have no say. Podcasts have no say whatsoever in how the club is ran. Chancery doesn't give a monkey. Got the club by the balls, and if he leaves in his tone, I'm sure of that. Yep. We can scream and shout as much as we want, but if Dad say go to school, then you go to school. So, sorry, Lodo went there. I do appreciate it. Does that just make sense at all? If Dad wants to take away your toy, you have to shout and scream that you haven't got them. He can take them away, and as much as he wants to, you cannot do nothing about it. That makes so much sense. Sadly, that makes a lot of sense. And I need to apologise. I am sorry for losing my shit, but this is how frustrated I've got with Wednesday at the minute. this is how frustrated I am with this club at the minute, because I love doing videos on this channel about this club. I love this club. I put so much work into this channel and these videos and these live streams, and to have it feel so gutting every week after performance and then how we're doing stuff, it's really, really difficult to do the videos at times at the minute, because I want to put the news out there so it's there to talk about. But the news at the minute, oh, give me, it's crap. It really is absolutely crap, because everything's so negative, and you can't find a positive. I could do a search right now to find some positive news, and it's very, very difficult. I have no say on who owns our club. I have no say on how the tickets are say. You have no say on how the tickets are done. And for me, when you see things, it's very, very difficult to keep saying the same thing. It's like what Jack said. Like, I have a toddler. Well, I have a 6-year-old nearly. And sometimes they repeat the same thing, and you're like, it gets annoying after a while, and you can take it for so long before you lose your cool. And I've lost my cool a number of times in this, and I don't mean to lose my cool. And I think it just shows you what my passion is for the club. I probably wouldn't have done John. The thing is though, as like, how often have you actually seen me kind of go off on stuff? It's very rare. I have that reaction. I'm normally very cool, calm, and collective, and quite, what's the word? Mellow about it. I can take a joke and stuff. We also had to be careful with pro stuff. We don't want more trouble with DFL. Nope. I can see why you get pissed off. Yeah, Tony. That is the situation we're in. Chancery and Fuente, we are just a guest. Therefore, we have to be respectful and conduct ourselves because the fans had no stake in the ownership. We all know how much you put into this, Jake, and I think we all appreciate. I thank you. I much appreciate it. I wouldn't laugh at the Blues fan. I'm hoping that's something I feel like we can get away with a week. B, the power of magic wishes that actually work. Yep. If he wanted to, he could just totally fold the club and none of us could legally do out about it. True. So whatever you do, protest, do so constructively and respectfully. That's the most likely way you will get him to listen. I wouldn't let him lock the gate. I'd be stood there and not let him. My heart definitely goes out to Reading fans. Yeah, look at Reading fans at me. They got Reading, Southend, Scunthorpe. Owners who look like they're about to like hit the wall. Like they've got winding up orders. I'm just happy to have my club. I'm just happy to have my club to still support and not be a berry. A crap at it is it is at the minute. I just happy my club's here that I can still do videos about my passion, how I feel about it, and wow, this new radiator gets warm quite well. I'm just happy that it's there and still standing and still breathing. I think we have to be careful who comes in next with the club. You've got the fit and proper test that it would need to do. I think you guys are still early days, so emotions are high. At Blues, the last 5-6 after set in, and we won't truthfully stop caring. Yeah, I think I saw that with a couple of Blue fans I know, John. It's like they just got to that point where it's not going to happen. And I think that's why your sudden resurgence is so well. So unless anyone wants to form FC Wednesday of Sheffield, I don't. True. Reading is super close to my heart because it's where my dad was from. He plays for the reserves in the late 60s. Always been my little club because of it. It's like when Alex Anonymous. Yeah, it just did. I might have to nick that. I may have to nick that. If you go back a little bit, Funky Horrors, I made people regret wearing headphones. I lost it. So it might be a good point for me to stop soon. Because I'm tired. I see someone asking him to put the club into Adam and walk away. Let's start again. I don't think that's viable as we'll lose players. Admin wouldn't be good, and then if you put him into admin's a scary route because that's going on a shirt. What's going on a shirt? You're gonna have to text me that because I don't know what I just said. The problem is admin sometimes doesn't work. Admin can actually go as a really negative because then you can find people who are willing to put the money in. And if he does want mental money, it's the thing. Yeah, I screamed. I can tell you whereabouts it might have been. Oh no, that's the timestamp. We are working on it, Mark. Mark, that is in the works. We need to sit down and actually sort it out. Oh God. Yeah. Sorry, DJ. Surely your ear fell off after doing all the techno stuff. Surely you was standing next to death speakers. Putting the club into admin is almost surefire death, and Derby were only saved in the final minutes because of their owner. We were only saved in the final minutes with Milan. No, Punk Chef 41 merch is in the works. We're trying to find someone to make it, and where we get a decent cut so I can get a decent split out of it as well, kind of thing. He screamed more than he did in a private married time back in March with you Sarah. Oh God, yeah, that, yeah, yeah. Wednesday, Alex, yeah, make it right. Enjoy your evening. Good luck tomorrow. Being well, work-wise, I will enjoy a beer or two watching you. Cheers, John. Have a good one. Have a good weekend if I don't see you beforehand as well, and good luck for the weekend. Right, I'm calling it there. It's been an hour. On this last bit, I just wanted to check in how people's mental healths are. Just because it's been a bit kind of thingy. 52 people watching, 36 likes. Can we get those likes up to the 50 mark before we go? Much appreciate that. But anything you all want to say, mental health check-in. From 1 to 10, how are you all doing? I need some Punk Chef for you for bot. Yep, we'll do that. Me and the missus need to sit down and try and figure it because I start looking at it and I knacker stuff. Like 1st of April. Yeah, like that. Yeah. 1st of April. Yeah. Pretty much like that. Yeah. But yeah, we will get it. When you know I've been dreadful with that, followed by being good again this week. Yeah, I know you have, mate. I appreciate it. I appreciate that you've reached out as well. And I weren't sure if it was December, baby. Yep. The way I found out about my being pregnant in December, baby, I didn't do well. For crying out loud, now I've got that image in my mind. Well, 5 years today, my dad got his terminal herself in. Oh, mate, I'm sorry, mate. You know where I am. I've got 5 this week, dreadful week. Take care soon. You too, mate. But hey ho, that's grief for you. Yep, I've got a picture of you in my mind. 8 on my mental health. That's not bad. Cheer pump. Watch out for worko planting cameras in your booth. Oh God. Yeah. See you all later. Don't worry, mate. I felt the same at Ipswich around December after garbage losing embarrassing. Ipswich fans will turn it around, and it will help. Cheers, mate. Much appreciated that, Ked. Good luck for the weekend. Right, guys. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go play some EA Football Club and start writing out apologies for you all for